You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, it's time for the weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Ava betraying Jagger and little James West blabbing a big secret, among other predictions. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as always with our predictions, they are based on recent episode activity, the promos, and official ABC GH soap opera spoilers. I have got predictions for Lulu and Dante, for Ava and Jagger, for Christina, for James, Drew, and Willow, and for Rick and Alexis. Let's dive right in with our first prediction. Lulu wakes up still in love with Dante. So on Friday's episode, Laura got a call about Lulu. And then on Monday, August 19th, Laura tells Dante something isn't right with Lulu. Maybe her vitals are changing. Maybe they're scared she's going to die and instead she's going to wake up, because we do know the Lulu recast is coming. Tuesday, August 20th, Dante needs to talk to Sam. And by Friday, August 23rd, Sam is stunned and Dante opens up to Chase. So if you remember, Lulu was in that bombing. Cyrus had Julian put a backpack bomb at the floating rib, and right before it went off, Lulu's boyfriend had proposed. She was planning to tell him no because she had realized she was still in love with Dante, and then they didn't realize she had this trauma, and she was walking around at the hospital, seemed like she came through it all right. She and Dante were going to meet in the chapel. She was ready to tell him that she loved him, and he came in and she tried to say it, and then she collapsed. And then I think they had to do emergency brain surgery, and it was all too late because they didn't get a scan they should have. And then she's in the coma. So she's going to wake up thinking maybe it's that same day. So she's waking up still in love with Dante is what I expect, unless they're going to do some weird amnesia thing, which I hope not. And Dante has moved on with Sam, and he's in love with her and all that. But this thing with Lulu is going to affect them clearly. And I do think she is going to, when she sees him, say, I was trying to tell you I love you. And then he's in that position of going, oh, it's been like 3 years. I'm sorry. I'm in love with someone else. You know, he is in love with Sam, but is Lulu his soulmate? I don't know. These are important questions we're going to be asking as soon as that Lulu recast is on screen. Our second prediction, Ava Jerome betrays John Cates. So on Monday, August 19th, Jagger continues with his efforts to arrest Christina, and Sonny is absolutely livid. Jagger plans to charge Christina with intimidation and assault on a federal witness, aka Ava. To be fair, he has been trying to get her to testify against Sonny, so she was potentially a federal witness, and he's just stretching the truth. And those photos do show Christina in a fit of rage. That's what Molly noticed. I don't know why Anna didn't notice it. Anna just seemed to think, oh yeah, this shows Ava shoving her, and it just doesn't. Anyway, on Tuesday, August 20th, spoilers say Jagger loses his temper, and I wonder if he is unable to arrest Christina at that moment just for medical reasons. And also on the 20th, Sonny makes Christina a vow. And by Thursday, the 22nd, this is the important spoiler, Sonny has an offer for Ava. And I could totally see Sonny seeing Ava as the lesser of two evils, between him dropping the threats against her, dropping the custody case, versus John Cates trying to send his daughter to prison, who just went through this horrible, stillbirth thing. And yeah, I could totally see that. That doesn't mean Sonny might not try and kill her later, but yeah, and with all that chatter that Adam Harrington might be leaving, him and Ava cutting ties would absolutely make sense. Our third prediction, Kristina Corinthos oversteps at the baby's funeral. So last week, when TJ and Molly were talking about needing to name the baby so that they can do the burial, if I recall correctly, Molly was saying something like maybe we should consult Christina because, they didn't do the paperwork and the baby never transferred over. So right now it's kind of like all three of them are the baby's parents because it just ended in such a weird way. But then when Kristina was ranting about what Ava did and Molly was looking at the photos, Molly has totally changed her mind, and she's telling people next week that and she's already said it to some extent this past week, that she thinks Kristina is to blame for the baby's death more so than Ava is. So spoilers for Thursday, the 22nd. Molly gets support when she needs it most. And I believe that's the spoiler about her dad, Rick Lansing, being there for the baby's funeral. That same day, a spoiler says Kristina goes too far. A lot of people are very divided on Soap social media. Don't yell at me. I'm reporting what people are talking about, with Kristina calling it my baby. And I know everybody's like, oh, it grew in her body, all that. I get that. But Molly thinks of it as her baby, and it's very messy. And if Kristina kind of makes the funeral about her, I think Molly is going to be very, very upset. TJ is also in the mindset that this is Kristina's fault. And if she makes any kind of scene at the funeral, it's going to be messy. Our fourth prediction, little James West blabs the Drew and Willow kissing secret. Last week, James was all of us when he was trapped in the boathouse at the Quartermains, listening to Nina and Willow rehash all the kissy face stuff. I love that kid rolling his eyes and totally being impatient and just wanting them to go away so that he could get his Frisbee. So Nina and Willow were rehashing the whole entire kissing Drew thing just to make it very clear to James. They said it in short sentences and very specifically. So James does know that Willow was kissing Drew, not her husband, Michael. Kids aren't great at keeping secrets. They tend to blab things out. And the thing is, Maxie already knows. So if James said it in front of Maxie, she might be like, where did you hear that? What is happening? Because Nina confided in her. But I'm pretty sure that, Nina told Maxie everything. Yeah. All right. I'm just going with that for my mental Rolodex. I've got all these recaps in my head. So if he says it to Maxie, not that big a deal. If James says it to somebody else within earshot of Michael, or says it to Michael, then wow. I mean, we all know it's going to come out, but out of the mouth of babes, I feel like that James eavesdropping scene can only be for this reason. And our fifth and final prediction, Rick Lansing and Alexis Davis face off over their daughter's feud. So from official casting spoilers, we know that Rick Hearst is back as Rick Lansing this week. And on Thursday, August 22nd, it sounds like that's the day of the funeral. I think Rick will be back then. And on August 23rd, next Friday, Molly promises something, maybe that she's done with Kristina, maybe that she wants her to pay for being rash and costing their baby's life. And of course, Rick is going to be all about supporting Molly. Alexis may then side with Kristina just because lines are being drawn in the sand, And I definitely think Rick could see this as Kristina's just like Sonny, not thinking, flying off the handle, all that kind of stuff. And I can totally see Rick and Alexis just getting down and dirty in a fight over this whole family drama. That's it. Those are all of our predictions. Drop your comments on where you are hoping these storylines are going. Please subscribe if you're not already following us. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm here talking General Hospital with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.